From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's voice briefing. It's Friday, October 6, 2023.
This is Brian McCollum, music writer with the Detroit Free Press. The Motown Museum's expansion marches on. Museum officials this week announced that construction will start in the spring on the third and final phase of the $65 million project. Work had been set to begin this summer, but has been delayed by environmental approvals, triggered by a $10 million federal grant. During a donor event Wednesday at the Rooster Tail, Motown Museum CEO Robin Terry also revealed two of the exhibits to be housed in the new 40,000 square foot space just behind the historic Hitsville, USA on West Grand Boulevard. One of them will feature an audio repository that includes every track recorded under the Motown banner, along with curated interviews from the Detroit label's key figures. The museum expansion was announced in 2016, initially with a $50 million fundraising target. That figure was eventually bumped up in part because of rising construction costs. At Wednesday's Rooster Tail party, Terry announced that fundraising stands at $59 million, which leaves just $6 million more to go.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. When it comes to fancy places to stay, a third of Condé Nast Traveler's top Midwest hotels are in Michigan, 2 in Detroit, the Detroit Foundation Hotel and Shinola Hotel, 1 in Houghton, the Vault Hotel, and 2 on Mackinac Island, the Island House Hotel and Hotel Iroquois. The 5 hotels are a mix of old and new tourist destinations, including Detroit, which, until the past few years, was better known for making music and cars than as a place folks aspired to go for a vacation. Detroit is starting to get the national recognition our city so richly deserves from a travel and tourism perspective. Claude Molinari, the CEO of Visit Detroit, said, adding that it will certainly help convince more people they need to visit Southeast Michigan. Exactly how much of a boost the magazine's honors offer hotels is difficult to measure, but the Foundation Hotel quickly seized the opportunity to issue a news release touting that it is number 3 on the list. Shinola Hotel came in at number 6. The Vault Hotel, the only hotel on the list in the Upper Peninsula, is number 9. And the other 2 Michigan hotels, which are between Michigan's 2 peninsulas, the Island House Hotel and Iroquois Hotel, are number 10 and number 12, respectively.
I'm Andrew Burkle with the Free Press Sports Department, and on Thursday, this weird alternative universe where USC, UCLA, Washington, and Oregon are part of the Big Ten just got one step closer to reality. The Big Ten announced their new 18-team football schedule for the next 5 seasons that they're calling the Flex Protect 18 model, for whatever that's worth. Essentially, it means that the games that really matter, i.e. Michigan versus Michigan State, Michigan versus Ohio State, USC versus UCLA, etc., will continue to be played every season, while still allowing every team to play each other at least twice over a 5-year period. It sounds messy, but it's actually much cleaner on paper than you would think. But after plugging the teams into the Flex Protect Plus 18 model, or whatever they're calling it, one thing is for certain. The Michigan Wolverines have a very tough football schedule. This isn't really the Big Ten's fault, but the Wolverines start their season off with a visit from Texas, who, as of late, seems very back. Plus, the Wolverines will travel to Ohio State and Washington and host Michigan State, Oregon, and USC. Now, we don't really know how good all these teams will be next year, but no matter how you spin it, that is a tough schedule. The Spartans, on the other hand, face just one of the new West Coast teams, a road trip to Oregon, which is by no means easy, and play at Michigan and host Ohio State. Reading through these schedules, I couldn't help but be excited about all the potentially fun games. Michigan and Michigan State at the Coliseum in 2025, Oregon and USC coming to the Big House next season. Who says no to that? Conference realignment has been downright weird the last several years, but the college football playoff is expanding to 12 teams, and with these new mixed matchups all over the place, it may not be the Big Ten of old, but it might just be the most fun season we've ever had.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend, and you'll hear more from us Monday.